I'm gonna be showing you guys how to replace the serpentine belt on your car. What you need is a milk jug, cut off the top of it, or you can get a coffee can that's flat in the bottom. 303 protectant, make sure you get that one. Print out a diagram. You can either screenshot that on your phone, or you can just take a picture on your phone if you're watching it on your computer. You want a flathead. Make sure you have a 3/8 ratchet. You need a 3/8 ratchet because we're not going to be using a serpentine belt removal kit because it doesn't work on my car. And then you're going to want a 10mm socket. You're going to want a microfiber cloth. It doesn't matter what kind of cloth you get, just you got to wipe off the belt with it. So just make sure you just have a cloth. And then you're going to want your belt, obviously. And that's all you guys need to get started. To get started, we're going to take our 10mm, take off these 2 bolts right here, the cover, this bolt, and this bolt. Okay, so now that we got the 2 10mm bolts out, there's a bolt right here and right here, and that's just holding the cover on. We're just going to pry them off. First bolt is right here, so get your fingers on either side of it right there so you can pull that up. The other one is right here, so if you can get your hands right here and right there, pull it up. It's right there in the middle. I was blessed with my mom's delicate hands and her strength, so I'm going to use 2 hands. You probably only use 1. So we're going to start over on the passenger side, pry that off, and then on the driver's side, pry that off. Now, we got it off. All there is, it's held on right here and right there. So that's all it's holding that on. Okay, now that we got this cover off, we're going to take off the cover right here for the manifold. So what we're going to do is, we're going to loosen the bolt right here and right there. And all we're going to do is slide off the hoses. And then we got to take off the 2 10mm bolts right here on the back of that cover. And then we're actually going to leave the hose attached and we'll just slide it over to the side. Instead of taking the hose off, all I did was I left it attached, so all I have to do is set this to the side so it won't interfere with me messing with the belt, just so I don't have to put all of it back on. I'm just going to leave the hose attached to the intake. Okay guys, so next thing we're going to do is just grab a 3/8 drive like this, serpentine belt removal tool. Wasn't working, so we're just gonna slide this in there. That we're gonna simply go left to loosen up the belt. And once you get it to the left enough, you have to apply some force. And then we're going to slide this off of the pulley. And there we go. Got it off. Now I can release the tension. Take this out. Alright, so slid the belt off of the pulley right there. And we're just going to take our belt off. Kind of follow it around where it all is. All the way down here. And slide that off. The other one's on the bottom. We got our old belt out. Now that we have our old belt off, we're going to grab our new belt and we're going to put it in our milk jug, coffee container, whatever you have. I just want to let you guys know I'm not the one who came up with this idea, somebody else did. It's just a great method, and I feel like I should pass it on to everybody else because, like I said, it's such a great method and really makes your belt last quite forever, over 300,000 miles at least. Okay, so you're going to grab your belt, put it in the bottom of your milk jug or whatever you have, and then after you put it in there, you're going to put your 303 protectant in it, just a little bit. You're going to swish it around, let it sit probably about to 10 minutes or so, and then come back and put it on our new belt. Make sure you keep it wrapped down in the bottom and just swish around before you let it sit. And then after you come back out after 10 minutes, it'll all be soaked into it, and then we'll be good. Been 10 minutes, so now we're gonna take our belt out of here. Swish around one more time. Okay, now we're gonna take our belt out. Got our cloth right here. Get a decent amount of it off. Okay, now we're just gonna wipe it off. We're not liberally wiping it off, trying to get absolutely everything. We're just gonna wipe it off just a little bit, because it's already soaked in, so we want to let it stay in it so it can do its job. And then just kind of wiping it off, just not too much, not too little. And then after we got our belt wiped off, now we'll go put it on our car. Okay, so I'm gonna be showing you guys how to put the belt on through the video right here, and I'm also gonna show you how to do it to the diagram. Diagram might be easier once you watch this part. So I fed it down through the driver's side on the right side of the fan, because the fan connects right here in the middle. So I fed it through on the driver's side so that I get about half of it all the way down here on the passenger side. So I've got it all the way at the very bottom of the crankshaft pulley, because we're going to start it at the crankshaft. We're going to work our way all around the outside of all of these and kind of just follow the diagram. And then we're not going to put it on this one right here. We're going to wait for the power steering pump pulley to do last, because we got to loosen the tension up and then slide it on there. So like I said, just feed it down through the driver's side, and then you'll be able to get access to all of it down here, so you can wrap it around. Okay, now I just wanted to show you guys how I have it ran down as of now. So if I can get my phone to pick up on this a little bit. Okay, so you're not gonna have it on here at all, on this pulley at all. You're gonna have it running below it on to this one, and then it's just gonna be running through there. It's literally just like this diagram. And what I did after I put it on down there, I followed it on the diagram with my hands. So once again, I started right here and I worked my way all the way around. I kind of did the outside first, and then you totally just miss this pulley. You don't even go on this one at all. So you just go on the top, go down below it, and then hook onto this one right here, hook onto the generator pulley. And then I ran around all of these back down to there, and I made sure I had it all. But remember, you're not going to be on this one beginning with the power steering pulley, because you're going to be under it like this with the belt. So just remember that. So it's going to be touching in a lot of the spots. So when you look at it right here, I don't know if you guys can see it, the belt's actually basically going to be touching the belt. Right there, the belt's going to be touching the belt. There you go, I think you guys can see it right there. And it's going to look a little crappy right there, but once you put in your 3/8 right there and on your tensioner and get it loose a little bit, then you'll be able to pick this up, slide it on that, and then it'll all look good. So I'll show you guys that now. Okay, so I've got my 3/8. Make sure you're going left, not right, so you can loosen it up. I just thought it was funny that this worked instead of the one I got specifically made to do that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm pulling down on the tensioner with my left or right hand, and I'm using my left hand to kind of pick the belt up right here. Make sure you're grabbing the top of the belt, not the bottom of the belt. So I'm grabbing right there, the top of the belt, and I'm gonna shift my body over a little bit. Get on that. Okay, so it actually fell off with a pulley below it. So I'm gonna put my thumb on the bottom of the pulley right here. Just push down to get it back on the bottom pulley. to get it. Maybe. Try to loosen it up as much as I can. There we go. Just keep on pushing down. I have the tensioner literally almost all the way down. So just remember that you're gonna have to push it all the way down. Okay, feels like I got it. Maybe I'm gonna let up slowly so it doesn't pop me in the face. Okay, so now just take out my 3/8. If it'll come out, it wants to. Okay, we'll take that out later. Okay, so I have it lined up on the pulleys. Run your finger along, make sure everything's lined up, because I have some spots where it's not centered and it's a little bit off. So I'll be able to just slide that over a little bit. And again, when I went over with this, I literally had my ratchet literally all the way down here, if not farther, loosening it. So you're gonna have to apply quite some pressure just to get the tensioner down. Now as you can see right here, it's not even on the belt or on the pulley. So yeah, just make sure you run back along through it and slide it all up on your pulleys. Make sure it's centered. You don't want your belt flying off or not even being on it right. And just go back along, make sure everything's centered. Oh yeah, just another tip. If it's loose in any spots and you can't slide it back on with your finger, just keep your 3/8 in there and just push it down just a little bit and you'll be able to slide your belt right back on where it needs to go. Okay, now that we got the belt on, it looks good everywhere. Make sure you don't have your wrench down there still. Now we're gonna take our little intake right here, we're gonna slide it back on right here, slide it back onto this side, and make sure you tighten down your clamps with your flathead. Now that we got our 2 little hoses back on, we're gonna take the 2. Make sure you get the long bolts, not the short ones, the long ones. Go in right here on the intake assembly, right there on top. Make sure it's all lined up. Put those in. Okay, so now when we put this cover back on, we got our bolt that goes in right there and right there. They're more like push pins, but just make sure you got it lined up. Just push it right back on top of those. Shouldn't be too hard. And then just put your 2 shorter 10mm bolts on top of that. And now that you got that cover on, we're all done. And if you guys would be the kindest people ever, please subscribe. Help me out a lot. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the video.